Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the amateur super lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a striker holding an amateur record of 1 win, no losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 74.3 kilograms. Fighting out of Integrated MMA in Brisbane, Queensland. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Basheer, Black Prince van Igen. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win, no losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 74.4 kilograms. Fighting out of CMBT Training Center on the Gold Coast, ladies and gentlemen, he is Daniel the White Walker Ross. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Peter Hickmott.
Fight number 8 on a stacked card here at Proving Grounds Fight League 6. Our referee Peter Hickmott will start the action shortly. And we're away, and I think we're in for a big, dynamic, striking matchup here. Kickboxing experience between both these men. Both long, rangy fighters. Oh, Daniel Ross getting caught on the inside there by the Black Prince.
Yeah, Daniel standing in his southpaw stance, light on his feet, bouncing in and out, threatening that those shots straight down the line. And I think Basheer's doing a good job of feinting in with that lead knee high to keep him protected from those kicks.
Seeing a lot of similarities in the styles here between these two gentlemen in the striking. We'll see how it plays out in the grappling.
Oh.
Daniel Ross looking like he's got a deep guillotine there.
Oh, good job.
And the Black Prince manages him to get himself out. Working now from the top.
Yeah, that was a good sequence from both boys. Basheer doing a good job of securing that single leg run in the pipe and putting Daniel Ross on his back. But before his back could even hit the mat, he was already cinching up, or was trying to cinch up that guillotine and trying to, I think it was an arm-in guillotine that was trying to threaten. But Basheer doing a good job of fighting through that now.
Daniel Ross on his back in front of the CMBT corner.
Oh, nice little bit of ground and pound there from Basheer.
Oh, the Black Prince on the offensive as Daniel Ross gets back to his feet.
The Black Prince versus the White Walker. It's a video game. It's Mortal Kombat.
Straight out of the pages of George R.R. Martin himself. Daniel Ross getting his head position here. Clinching on the cage, and he breaks. Very keen to keep this one a striking affair as Daniel Ross. Going for those big head kicks from the southpaw stance as Daniel Ross gets clipped on the guard, circling out by the Black Prince, Van Ingen. Van Ingen looking quite comfortable here, inching his way closer.
Basheer's showing a lot of good head movement, constantly taking his head off the center line, where we see Daniel Ross using his feet to show different looks.
Big shot there from Daniel Ross.
Oh,
another one down the middle, finds a home as Igen engages the grappling. Daniel Ross with a big knee up the middle. Both men looking to put their stamp on this first round. Very competitive round to start off this matchup. And I don't know how you'd call that one.
Yeah, as expected, it was a battle of the strikers, isn't it? Lots of fun, lots of big, long-range shots. Oh, it's a good counter there from the
shot from Van Ingen.
There's that single leg that Basheer managed to secure and fight out of that guillotine. I think both boys doing a good job of picking their moments, staying long. At the moment, they don't quite, nobody really has the range advantage yet. So it's going to come down to the head movement to close the distance, or it's the feet to change the angles. Basheer with the head movement.
Let's see who can make the most of the decades of experience shared between the corners of Daniel Ross and Basheer Van Ingen. Van Ingen with Adrian Pang in his corner, and Daniel Ross getting advice from Brenton Mumford.
Basheer's already coming out.
Nice shot there.
Basheer's already coming out with his head a little bit lower than the previous round. I think he's going to employ a bit more boxing.
It's a nice switch kick from Van Ingen. Daniel Ross's corner encouraging him to keep on with those feints. And it is sound advice, committing a little bit too much range there. Some nice head movement, as you mentioned, Chong Ali from the Black Prince, Van Ingen. Finds his way to the ground, but he's straight back up. Daniel Ross trying to take advantage. And we're back in the scramble against the cage.
Yeah, great recovery from Basheer there. Had a bit of a slip, fell on his backside, but he immediately bounced back up, and the decision to grapple the time up was a really good choice to keep himself safe. So now they've separated again, it's back to work.
Back at long range striking here. Daniel Ross finding a home for that inside. Leg kick as the hook comes over the top. Finding a home against the guard of Van Ingen. Continuing with his head movement, a nice clean straight. Creates some movement in the head of Daniel Ross as he circles off to continue these striking exchanges.
Again, Basheer's head movement is really paying off. He's got to make him. He's got to capitalize on that head movement. He's got to stay in the range and fire off a shot, because once he's loaded those legs up, he's able to just generate.
Daniel Ross is bleeding from his nose. Looks like that one hurt him. Catches another one, trying to circle off. Be first, the advice coming from Miles Mukey from Daniel Ross's corner. Indeed, him needing to win back a bit of initiative here. Big head kick hitting the guard of Van Ingen. You've got to wonder if that hurt.
And he's just slipped out the way of that cross as well. So Basheer's pressure and that head movement's really paying off in spades here. He's able to get into that long punching range.
Big body shot from Van Ingen sends then Ross stumbling.
Yeah, Van Ingen's just walking him down now. He smells blood in the water. He's really trying to close that distance. I don't know if grappling is going to be the right choice here. I think if you can stand in that boxing range.
Having plenty of success on the feet.
Look at that.
Van Ingen clean slip uppercut. Wow.
Basheer Van Ingen looking great in there at the moment.
Daniel Ross shooting.
Let's see what he can do with this shot. 30 seconds left. It's going to be great for his mentality if he can take Basheer Van Ingen down and put him on his back. But Basheer's done a great job there of just pulling Daniel Ross up and freeing his hips. Now he's got a bit of a frame in there. Daniel Ross trying to take that frame away.
Searching for that leg. Another competitive round, but the big moment from Van Ingen, finding a home for some super clean and slick striking.
Yeah, both boys came out still really sharp, looking for their strikes. There's that slip, and Basheer was able to recover. And the calf kicks are really making themselves known in the fights tonight.
Absolutely, and if Daniel Ross can make a bit better use of that timing when he's knocking that leg out of the way, just a second too long before he engages.
Daniel Ross is throwing that rear calf kick, but from his southpaw stance, it's almost like they're clashing shins, and he's just betting that his shins are more conditioned than Basheer.
It is meaty. I can guarantee you the advice from Brenton Mumford, that is classic Brenton Mumford all day, trying to disturb that base and then capitalize. Let's see what these boys can make of this third and final round as Peter Hickmont gets us started here. It is all game on the face of Daniel Ross and Basheer Van Ingen. Round number 3.
Yeah, so far I think Daniel Ross is doing well with the grappling, so I think he can commit to his kicks a little bit more. I don't think he's really threatened by Basheer or when it gets to the grappling, so at the moment, he's in that boxing range. Basheer's just getting the better of him. So
Absolutely.
if he can get it into that kicking range like that and just keep him out there, and if he goes to his back, so be it. Maybe work to sweep, work to stand back up. That might be the adjustment that he needs to make.
Daniel Ross got to be careful not to get squared up against the cage here. Another slick slip uppercut from Van Ingen. The black piece really finding his rhythm now.
Good
Big body shots. Daniel Ross giving it straight back. And it's a war here against the cage at the commentator's booth.
So this is a really good option for Daniel Ross. If he's getting stuck in that boxing range, you can always go to that Muay Thai range and tie him up and throw those knees. That's where that little bit of a height advantage is going to work for him, especially if he can clamp him down and bring that head towards his knee.
Control the center is the word from Miles Muki in the corner of Daniel Ross.
Both boys taking some big, deep breaths. Leaving.
Massive shots there from the Black Pigs. There is a smile on the face of Van Ingen's coach, Adrian Pang, as he watches his student go to work.
He's feeling himself.
Daniel Ross is all heart.
Basheer's doing such a great job of slipping to a side, slipping to an angle, and then firing from there. So it's really hard for Daniel Ross to figure out where these shots are coming from. You can see he keeps dipping that head.
Another big shot, the mouth guard's out of his mouth.
Good hit, goes straight back into his mouth, and we are back.
Big shot from Daniel Ross down the middle, looking for the kick as we enter in the final minute of this absolute barn burner.
I mean, what a fight. I mean, this is going to be one of the more grueling positions for both boys, especially if you're not a grappler and your muscles aren't conditioned for this type of fight. You're going to want to separate. Daniel Ross is going to want to separate. He's going to want to try and turn into the head. Find an underhook and square. There you go.
There he goes. 30 seconds to work here has Daniel Ross. Some big breaths and a high chin coming from the Black Prince, Van Ingen. Really taking it, investing in the body again.
I'm loving that lead body hook from Van Ingen.
Final 10 seconds.
Daniel Ross looking for those knees up the middle. And they're going to finish this fight up against the cage.
And what a treat. This has been a back and forth war between Daniel Ross and Basheer Van Ingen. We will go to a judge's decision.
That was a fight.
That was a fight.
Man.
Wow.
Daniel Ross is a dog. He was not going away, and that adjustment that he made right at the end to try and counter that boxing with the Muay Thai clinch, it was just a little bit too late. I think Basheer got off too many shots. You can see here, Basheer just like squaring up his feet, throwing his head from one knee to the other knee. Slipping and ripping.
Slick head movement from Basheer. Super comfortable on the inside.
Showing so much experience with that boxing. Daniel Ross was like, he was finding a home for those round kicks, those head kicks, but Basheer was just able to close that distance, and it was really in those moments there, those transitions between the wrestling and the boxing and the striking, that was
absolutely.
What a fight.
What a fight. Van Ingen, taking up the sport at 16, turns his backyard into a boxing ring and says he used to coach his mates. Seen there now with his coach Adrian Pang. He says he's never stopped and he doesn't plan on stopping.
It's that DIY MMA mentality, man. You can make a gym out of anything. Garage, backyard, it doesn't matter.
We make the best with what we've got. Here's MCT to announce official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for an official decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, Basheer Black Prince Van Ingen. Basheer, Coming on here, brother, congratulations. That was a tough fight. I heard you say to him that that was one of the toughest fights you've ever had. You got the job done, unanimous across all scorecards. Congratulations, Basheer.
Thank you. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my best friend, and that's the Lord and Savior God. I can't lie about that. Amen in the fucking chat for that. Nah, look, I told him he was way tougher than what I anticipated. Not my toughest fight. My last fight was pretty tough too. But yeah, I just want to say big thank you to the team, Adrian, Toby, Quinn, a heap more. Thanks to all my friends as well. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations the last 6 months, and fuck, we're here tonight. What can I say?
Well, you got the job done here tonight, Basheer. Congratulations, sir. 2-0 in your young career, and no doubt your team at Integrated MMA have plenty to do with that. Look forward to seeing you in the future soon. The Black Prince, ladies and gentlemen, Basheer van Igen.
Yeah, that was one of the best tactical battles.
Absolutely.